Alright, welcome to Tna Pay-Per-View Rewind review. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here's episode number 2 for Tna Pay-Per-View Rewind. I got a new event that I went ahead and took a look at. I was thinking about doing Bound for Glory of 2008 review for this second episode, but I thought to myself, that show was kind of weak. It only had 4 really good matches, while the rest of the show is kind of like, who gives a shit. So this is this pay-per-view was really worth watching, almost beginning to end. There was not too many matches I skipped. A lot of the matches I watched. There was a lot of good participants in the show. The matches itself were outstanding, no less than at least a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I was very impressed with a lot of the matches on this card, and not too many of them disappointed at all. So let's go over the results of the matches, give you some of my personal opinion of how I thought of it, and we'll move on from there. The first match on the card was 3 Live Crew. BG James, known as Road Dogg, Conan, and Rod Killings, known in WWE as R-Truth. They defeated the Diamonds in the Rough, David Young, Felix Skipper, and Simon Diamond. Don't really care a fucking thing about this match, that's why I skipped it. So I'm not giving you guys a review on that. Austin Aries versus Roderick Strong. This match was fucking unbelievable. A great X Division grudge match. Competition out the ass. Loved the match itself. It was just only 8 minutes long, but it felt like it went on for 15. This match was very good. I enjoyed every minute of it, and Austin Aries walked away as the winner of this match. I only wish that they could have had WWE have both Austin Aries and Roderick Strong at the same time to compete against each other again, because these guys have evolved as performers. They've gotten a lot better than what they were in 2005. But overall, 3.5 out of 5 stars, no doubt. Kip James and Monty Brown versus Apollo and Lance Hoyt. Did not know anything about these guys except for Kip James, known as Mr. Ass, Billy Gunn. Monty Brown, I knew him. He was in TNA when it first started, and he was becoming a popular character, but later on just kind of diminished and went off to WWE for the ECW run. So nothing big there. Chris Sabin versus Petey Williams in an X Division standard match. This match was fucking unreal. Back and forth action, unbelievable. Chris Sabin walks away victorious with Cradle Shock and picks up the victory. Bobby Roode tries to get involved in this match, but unfortunately that does not succeed in their favor, and he ends up costing Petey Williams the match. 3 out of 5 stars again for this one. Very enjoyable. Loved it. Abyss versus Sabu in a no disqualification match. This defeats Sabu, no doubt. He pretty much defeated Sabu in every fucking match they had throughout that year. Abyss was very dominating. Sabu did his best, but walked away. He fell short in this match. But it was a great match overall. 4 out of 5 stars. These guys really hurt each other. And at the end of the match, Sabu flattens out inside thumbtacks and ends up being pinned 1, 2, 3. Alright. The next match that had star power in it was very disappointing. Bobby Roode versus Jeff Hardy. I wasn't entertained by this. This was the one match I did watch. I was expecting something good out of it. This was the one match that I did watch that was a total disappointment. I was very shocked by how this match ended and how lame it really was. I'd give it a 3 out of 5 stars just to be generous, based on the star power of Bobby Roode and Jeff Hardy, which isn't bad at all based on talent-wise, but this match, they did not gel well. This match just was done horribly. So, I mean, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Bobby Roode did walk away victorious with a screw job uh, deal going on at the end. So, yeah, that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. The tag team title match for the NWA Tag Team Championship. We had the Naturals, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens, which I'm not too familiar with. They performed very well in this match against Alex Shelley and Johnny Cadano. America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris and James Storm, and Team Canada A1 and Eric Young. The Naturals were the champions going in. They retained the titles. Very entertaining show. Match itself. I wasn't too down about this one. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Now, the last two matches, the World Championship and the X Division title match, were the best two. This is what elevated this pay-per-view from being good to being fucking great. I mean, this was a fucking outstanding match. These two matches, these two main event matches were fucking awesome. I mean, you got Raven, NWA World Champion, defending it against Rhino. Rhino wanting to become a world champion somewhere in a wrestling promotion. He's going up against Raven. He wants the shot. Jeff Jarrett's got a shot too, but Rhino said that I'm getting the first crack at it, and when I win, I'll give you the opportunity for that title. And Jeff Jarrett at the time was asking him if he could have the title match, step aside for just this one match, and when he wins it, they'll give him the first crack at the title. Well, Rhino reverts. He kind of rebuttals back to him and says, no, I'm going to do that, and then you get your title match. And that's basically how the whole thing goes down. Raven and Rhino in a hardcore match. Raven's rules basically is a hardcore match. There is no rules. And I'll tell you what, these two beat the fucking hell out of each other. They were bruised from head to toe. This match is definitely a match you want to see. Yes, they are two old dogs during this time. Even in 2005, they were old motherfuckers. But they did a fucking awesome job in this match. I was very impressed at how well these two guys worked together and how brutal they were to one another. Very impressive matchup. I really did not have any complaints about this match. This is a 4 out of 5 star guaranteed matchup that I just really, I could go back and watch again. This event itself, I would go back and watch again if I had free time on my hands and I had nothing to do for the next 3 hours. So, for example, if I kind of got bored and I didn't want to watch Monday Night Raw like I did last night, this would be a good event to check back in on. Watch it again for entertainment purposes. But this show blew whatever Raw had last night. Raw sucked. Just to get on to WWE shit, which, by the way, I may be doing a WWE SmackDown episode review tonight, which I haven't done in months. So I might be doing that with you guys tonight, depending on my mood and how I feel about SmackDown, if it's even worth reviewing, or just for the sake of ranting and raving about it, just to give you guys some entertainment value out of my video. But at the end of the day, this was an awesome match. This one right here, Raven versus Rhino with the World Championship on the line. I was very impressed with this. I very happy to watch this. This was very good wrestling, hardcore wrestling at its finest. This was ECW all the way. Fantastic. Awesome job by both of these guys. Now, we move on to the last thing, and that's the main event. Christopher Daniels is the X Division champion going in. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe are the challengers. And there is nothing to be said. This is by far the greatest match that was ever produced in TNA history. There ain't another fucking match on TNA's wrestling match card history have they ever went ahead and did something like this. This X Division match was awesome. You didn't know who the fuck was going to walk out as champion. You didn't know who the hell was going to beat who. This match was anyone's chance of winning. And I mean anyone's chance. Samoa Joe, he was fucking brutal in this match. He was stiff in the ring. He made everything he did in that ring make you believe he was beating the shit out of his opponent. AJ Styles, there ain't nothing to be said about him. If you've seen his matches on WWE, he's phenomenal. Even in WWE's crappy format, he still makes his matches look great, regardless of all the shit that he's restricted to doing in the ring. So at the end of the day, he was awesome. He was the star of this match. Christopher Daniels, he kind of told you a story of how brutally beat up he is during the match as the match goes on. Samoa Joe is just really great in the ring, being stiff and being very believable in this matchup. So at the end of the day, AJ Styles did hit the Styles Clash on Christopher Daniels, getting the 1-2-3. Samoa Joe was too tired and out of the ring to break up the count, and ending up having AJ Styles win the X Division Championship. Now, thankfully, they were smart enough not to have Samoa Joe eat a pin or a submission, and have him be the one that makes the title change hands. Thankfully, it was one of the challengers beating the champion in this situation. This match, my friends, I'm going to give this one a 5 out of fucking 5 stars. This was by far the most perfect match you can assemble in any wrestling event you can think of. I'll go on record to really say this is by far probably the second or third best match in wrestling history. Yeah, best match in wrestling fucking history. Number one best match? Oof. That's really hard to say. I'm probably going to go on to say that Okada versus Omega in the second and first one are really close. I don't know which one you could say, but it's kind of a tie, I guess. I'd say it's the first one. And the second best match of all time after the or before the triple threat match for the X Division title between AJ, Christopher Daniels, and Samoa Joe was Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, the first match they ever had. Those are the three top best matches I've ever seen in my life. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21, I put that at the fourth place. That was a very good match. There probably are other matches that people would say should be fourth than the Kurt Angle Shawn Michaels match, but that's probably just because of what people have seen that I haven't. But based on what I've seen, I'd give that would be fourth place in my opinion. But overall, this event, if you have the global wrestling network, I recommend getting it, because if you like old school TNA shit, and even if you still like the new shit too, I don't know why you would. But if you're interested in watching the old stuff, I'd definitely go ahead and get this. It's only $7.99 a month, and you get to watch every single pay-per-view ever made by TNA/GFW. The other thing about this subscription is you can also get their weekly television show events. So, I mean, it is worth your money, especially with it being only $7.99 a month. So I definitely would check that out, guys. But anyway, if you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. And on top of it, guys, if you'd like to leave some comments and opinions down below, I'll definitely get back to you on that. I thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great night.